Hello, my name is Shemar Smith, and I, along with Rosalina, Eden, and Mia, are members of Group 5. Our presentation today is on remote technology. To begin, what is remote technology? Remote technology is a technology that permits users to access control over a device or log into a network from an offsite location. It's related to management information systems because remote technology is comprised of many of the material that we have covered in this course, including information security and cloud computing. Some of the topics that we are going to discuss during this presentation are: how does remote technology work? How does remote technology affect business operations? What is the future of remote technology? And a case study with the Garabedian Group.
So working remotely was very rare decades ago, but now more companies are adopting policies and technologies to work remotely. It used to be rare before because companies felt that it would affect their productivity working from home because there would be more distractions, and their major concern was the loss of productivity because they would feel that they would be less productive away from the office. But as time passed by, remote work became more convincing for companies and it began being adopted in more industries. A study showed that remote work can increase employee satisfaction when implemented correctly because they have a little more control over the schedule, so they have more flexibility and they can have a better work and life balance. And it also shows that remote workers are more productive than their office counterparts because, according to a study, remote workers actually work about 1.4 days more per month and also about 10 minutes more daily. So what has contributed to remote work being so effective during the past few years? As stated in an article by Sean Peake, technologies have been an important factor allowing remote work. Before, it was not possible to work from any location, but now employees can do this and they are not required to be at the office. They could do it from wherever they are, it doesn't matter the location. And one of the most important technologies is video conferencing because it just requires an internet connection and you can meet with peers face to face as if it was an in-person meeting. And also it is more cost effective and flexible because you don't have to have like the actual office space and all that in the company. And cloud-based systems are also impacting remote technology because these systems allows users to share and collaborate with files all on the cloud. So you don't have like the problem of, I only have it on this hard drive, so they can actually work together sharing the documents in the cloud. And with the pandemic, this was very helpful for them because the cloud-based systems allow them to still complete their work. And video conferencing and teleconferencing, according to Peak, video conferencing allows employees to communicate through live video as long as they have internet connection. It doesn't matter what part of the world they're in because they have internet. And this has allowed many companies to create shared workspaces where remote employees can meet and work with each other. Having the option of this can lower the costs of keeping many office spaces for employees, allowing them to work from where they are and when they desire with a more flexible schedules. With the pandemic, more companies had to use technologies like video conferencing and the cloud-based to work from home, and it resulted beneficial because it helped maintain public health as well as maintaining the business operations working effectively. Cloud-based systems, they are very important. With the transitions to remote work, cloud-based systems are very important for companies to allow employees to better work together. Companies that have these systems see better engagement between employees. According to Western Governors University, the cloud provides many advantages for remote work, including improved access and flexibility. They can access all the same files from anywhere and almost any device, whether it is a laptop or their mobile device. So they can meet with clients at any location without having to be in the presence. And this can increase productivity because they can still get their work done with more flexibility since they can use a mobile device if they are away from the computer. Another advantage is the increased security because they have tighter access controls to make it easier for detecting breaches. And also they have encrypted files and user-specific passwords. So files on the clouds have less risk of crashes and system failures. And also with the controls, it's easier for the security. These systems are much safer because of the password settings that can keep the storage file safe. Another advantage is collaboration. Technologies like Zoom allow employees to chat or call from anywhere, and employees also use Dropbox, Google Drive, and other forms to collaborate with files online. They can do the same work together with the programs that allow collaboration through the cloud. And lastly, disaster recovery. Cloud systems are equipped with backup technologies to avoid losing hours of work. So employees feel that their work is safe from getting lost after doing whatever they have to do, and it's all in the cloud. They don't have to worry about the crashes in the hard drive erasing their work.
Businesses use remote technology in their operations, they become adaptive, cost-effective, and a desirable workplace. With the unfortunate circumstance of COVID-19, businesses that utilize remote technology were able to quickly adapt and shift from working in the office to working from home. It gave them advantages over businesses that weren't quite apt with remote technology. Remote technology is cost effective because there is no need to operate in an office and they avoid all costs associated with that. In a different type of industry, like agriculture, agricultural workers can monitor well efficiency using remote technology and not have to pay for a service. And finally, remote technology is a desirable business strategy because people want to work for you if you are flexible and tech forward. A remote and telecommunicating workforce. How could a remote and telecommunicating workforce benefit a business? Well, it helps retain your prime talent. Because you're able to sustain a virtual workforce, you're able to retain your top employees even if they have to move locations. That is something that becomes bigger when it comes to bigger businesses. A lot of times people have to move, and if they're one of the best in their position, telecommunicating gives them an opportunity to stay with your company regardless of where they have to locate. And telecommunicating and remote technology also help with job recruiting. There is a much greater range of job candidates that you are able to choose from to find the perfect match for your business.
All right, the future of remote technology. When discussing the future of remote technology, it is important to know that remote technology has been around a long time, but recently it has grown and become relied on more than ever. Because of the COVID-19 pandemic, the demand for remote technology has skyrocketed. Now it is being used by a large amount of people for online and distance learning, conducting business remotely, and meeting with healthcare professionals. To illustrate this point, CNN contacted large businesses and asked about their plans for integrating remote technology. Many businesses had said they planned on allowing large portions of their staff to work from home indefinitely, even after the pandemic. Although the use of, continued growth of remote technology. Although the use of remote technology has grown significantly since the pandemic, more industries will continue to integrate remote technology and cloud-based computing into their everyday workflow. There will be more remote workers and employees. According to TopTool, in 2018, 170 businesses were working fully remote, while 70% of the world's workforce were working remotely at least once a week. Remote technology will become more and more convenient, causing the number of physical records to shrink and causing menial tasks to become less repetitive. Remote and cloud-based technology is expected to evolve further and be able to handle more complex functions and tasks. Adoption in industries. Many industries have already adopted remote technology to replace the need for humans to perform and monitor tasks. This includes remote sensing technology, healthcare monitoring and tracking, drought monitoring, and agriculture monitoring. With industries already taking advantage of the capabilities of remote technology and the fast evolution of it, it can be expected that more industries will begin to integrate cloud-based systems as well. Many businesses are already planning on keeping workers remote, so the need for remote technology will grow. There is already a need for collaboration software, video conferencing, telecommuting, and voice over internet protocol. So overall, the future of remote technology includes its expansion and increased demand. It is expected that remote technology will be able to handle even more complex tasks that will help industries complete more tasks easily and remotely.
I was also able to do a case study on a local accounting firm here in Fresno. They are called the Garabedian Group. The Garabedian Group CPA firm was founded by Dale J. Garabedian in 2009. This is a tech-forward accounting firm with a different approach on how to operate a business. They focus and operate their business on a ROE, which stands for Results Only Work Environment, Essentially, this business practice is focusing on the end result and completed projects and providing a high quality service to clients, and is not focused on presenteeism. Team members are able to come and go, work 2 days a week in the office, and can work the rest of the week online. They're able to work after hours at home, or they are able to work on the weekends, and that is only possible and can only be done with remote technology. And because of this, they have been using different iterations or forms of remote technology for the past 10 years to see what best works for them. In our interview with Sonia Fabian, I will be able to discuss the utilization, IT services, and the challenges and successes that the Garabedian Group has experienced with remote technology. She is the office administrator and has had a hands-on approach and experience in making sure that the Garabedian Group, has the best remote technology. The Garabedian Group remote tech utilization and IT services. As far as remote technology is concerned, it was a gradual utilization throughout the last 10 years and has progressed from a traditional desktop login to a residential terminal to an offsite terminal that can be accessed from anywhere. As long as you have a Wi-Fi connection, you're able to log into the terminal through a link that sits on your desktop, on your PC, enter your credentials, and then you have your work desktop in front of you with all the drives and applications necessary to work from home. IT services. Right now, there is no IT department at their firm, but they have outsourced services from a professional IT company called BCT Consulting. The cost of the IT services that are provided are approximately $78,000 annually to have the routine IT services and on-demand support. I was able to get detail of what exactly is provided to the Garabedian Group within this cost. And they include weekly on-the-spot backups, telephone and VoIP, hosting domains, installations, and any other on-demand things that Sonia, Dale, or any team member may need. They have a quick response time. What exactly is BCT providing to the Garabedian Group when it comes to the remote technology? And I was able to go on BCT Consulting's website and see that the Garabedian Group currently has a cloud-based terminal server environment that is comprised of 5 interconnected cloud servers to form a server cluster. It is such a large server to ensure that the team member experience is seamless. There's no bumps in the road because there are so many individuals, approximately 10 to 15 individuals logged in at one time at any given moment. So it was very important. To be able to have the support of the terminals and such a large cluster of servers. The Garabedian Group has faced some challenges and have many successes with the utilization of remote technology for the last 10 years. One of the first examples of the challenges that they have faced is making sure that each team member has adequate technology to work from home. A quote from Sonia is, "The limited success of a team member is a result of not having that technology." They have been able to stay in front and address this challenge by making sure that the team members are given laptops, monitors, chairs, and whatever supplies the team needs to comfortably work from home and to perform the level of service that is expected of them and maintain that service as if they were working in the office. Staying ahead of obsolete tech. As experience with anyone who regularly uses a remote or just any general technology, there's always the challenge of making sure what you operate is operating as efficiently as it can possibly be. Sonia let me know that there is a lot of behind the scenes and constant research and money spent in collaboration with BCT Consulting to stay ahead of the game with the obsolete tech. Workplace culture. Workplace culture at the Garabedian Group is a very important aspect of their business, and they have it valued equal to providing quality customer service and client satisfaction. At the Garabedian Group, Sonia let me know that it was difficult to maintain a culture that they wanted through a remote workforce. And they have been able to address this by fixing the cracks within the culture and having more communication with the team. Successes with remote technology. Of course, with COVID, there has been a lot of situations where businesses weren't able to stay open and closed indefinitely, and that was the reality for many accounting firms. And with the remote technology utilization, they have been able to adapt really well with the COVID pandemic, maintain a healthy team and a healthy firm, and we're able to keep moving without skipping a beat. The team at the Garabedian Group has also grown, and so has the client's acquisition has increased through the last 10 years with remote technology, because the Garabedian Group has been able to maintain a high quality of customer satisfaction and in a unique form with remote technology and being available at any time. And because they were able to maintain the highest client satisfaction, they were voted best accounting firm in the Central Valley 2 years in a row, in 2019 and in 2020. In conclusion, remote technology is becoming more common as technology advances, and it provides many benefits when implemented. And throughout this presentation, we have covered what remote technology is, how remote technology works with video teleconferencing and cloud-based systems, remote technology and business operations with a look also at a remote and telecommuting workforce, the future of remote technology with analysis on the increased demand and growth and the adoption of this in different industries, and a case study of the Garabedian Group where we look at the utilization of remote technology, the IT services required, and the challenges and successes of this local business who has been using different iterations of remote technology for the last 10 years. In the context of what is going on in today's society, the COVID-19 pandemic has accelerated the need for remote technology. As spoke about by Eden on the future of remote technology, this is changing in some industries where employees may not ever visit a brick and mortar office and just purely operate online. This is changing. It is very important, and it is very life-changing what is going on right now. And remote technology has been able to help people stay safe working from home, and it is great that we have something like this to have at our disposal when something tragic is going on. Thank you for listening to our presentation. And here is a list of all of our references.